And when you look up, you see all the stars. I mean, it was just, it was picture beautiful, you know, and the rhythms, the drummers, and it was like, man, yeah, that was a piece of actually, yeah. But, yeah. Oh. It's all good, he's cool, he's good. But those rhythms that they were playing, you know, it was like, man, you know, and they looked at us like we were the rhythm masters, you know, and it was like we were looking at them like, wow, we ain't never heard nothing like that, like which we had, you know, and you know, we got the opportunity to hook up with him. He invited us back in the room, and you know, it was like they had these, you know what we call joints, right?
Yeah.
You know, little stick thing. You know, we call it joint. Man, them mugs pull out like a 12-footer, 12-inch, about that round, you know. And we didn't even have to take no hits, man. We walked in the room, and we was done. Cooked, you know. And and then we got a chance to sit there and listen to the music and hear them play. And they just killed it so bad, man. And you know, you didn't have tape recorders and stuff like that, so all the things that you would hear or absorb, you would have to retain it in your brain, you know. And I knew that, so it was like, this is something I really want to retain because, you know, I want to add some of this into what I feel, what I want to do later on, you know, even if I'm not doing it now. And so that's what I did. I retained that.
Did it come out in any particular song that you did later on? Some of those kinds of rhythms? Or
yeah. When I first got the chance, George allowed us to go in the studio.
George
Clinton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, give it up, doctor. The good doctor. The good doctor. Yeah, he gave us the opportunity to get in the studio and just create and be free and do the things that we didn't get a chance to do in James Brown camp, which I'm so blessed to be able to have had James Brown teaching us the ABCs, the basics of, the one. It didn't have to go no further. It didn't have to go from A to Z or from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. He taught us the one. And all numbers after that is just numbers. All we needed was the one. Once we got the one, I took that one and I said, yeah, check this out, Clinton. Here's the one. Four. Bang.
I got it.
That's the one, And so James taught us that. And, it was like, we didn't know it was a concept. I don't even think James Brown knew what he was saying when he said it. But he wanted to explain himself. He wanted to explain to me because I played guitar and I was just switching over to bass, and I didn't know nothing about playing bass, And so he said, son, let me tell you something. I want you to play all that stuff you playing, because I love it. I love all that stuff. But you gotta give me the one. Gotta give me the one. So I said, oh, you mean like this? No. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of it. So that was your tip.
So that was on Stretching Out. Did you incorporate, when you found the one and you brought that to P-Funk?
Yeah.
Were you able to incorporate any things that came out? Because I think you...
Stretching Out was the first thing that I really had it in my mind. It was like, I know what beat I want to do, and it's because I had heard in Africa, those grooves and those beats, they they were doing, I wanted to incorporate what we did, what the JB drummers did, and Frankie's out there as well. He was one of the JB drummers.
Yeah, Frankie!
Well, yeah, Frankie, stand up, man. Come up here and let him sing.
Frankie!
Frankie Jazz, y'all. All around the world for the fall. So, you know, we were all really in the James Brown school, you know, his institute, you know, and he was showing us and teaching us about how he wanted to do things. And between that and the African school that we learned, you know, it only took, you know, we was over there for about 2 or 3 weeks, but that's all it took, you know, because at that time, we didn't have computers and recorders that remember stuff for you. You had to remember that stuff yourself, you know. And so I took it upon myself to keep those things in mind. And then when we did Stretching Out, I was like, bang, 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 bang,
Like that.
oh, it's like that, baby.